Welcome
Aquaba.
to the podcast.
Aquaba. So
Bienvenue.
I thought bienvenue sounds Ponzi. Aquaba sounds good.
Who are they?
Aquabage.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to...
Welcome back.
What's it called? WhatNot.
What's it called?
Welcome back to WhatNot.
WhatNot.
/ San Francisco Beige.
San Francisco. What's this?
It might be called San Francisco Beige. It's
You
either
haven't
going to
given
be
me
called...
the brief before what's going to be
It's
called.
either going to be called
That's
WhatNot.
taken me by surprise. This title.
It's either going to be called WhatNot
I don't.
Rampant.
You should brief me on
This one's WhatNot.
this.
Welcome back to the WhatNot.
Hold on, no, I haven't
Oh,
finished.
sorry.
You should have briefed me on this because what am I signing?
I haven't even been briefed on anything. Most of these I've just turned up.
Are you wearing briefs?
I'm wearing boxers today.
Boxers.
I don't do
have
briefs.
briefs. I've
I don't
never
do
owned
briefs.
since I was about.
Do you wear loose
8.
boxers or tight boxers? Because
By my voice,
I wear
you'd
loose.
think tight, wouldn't you?
I wear loose boxers, but I've been told by women that they're unattractive and I should wear tight boxers.
It depends if you've got a big cock or not.
Well,
quite
yes,
frankly.
exactly.
I haven't, so I wear quite loose.
Likewise.
Well,
I've been told that a tight
if you
one
wear
would,
tight ones and you've got like looks like a baby dick in there,
yeah,
that's not
appealing,
appealing, is it?
Yeah.
How about keep the boxers loose when you're getting down to it, turn the light off, and don't worry about it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's my policy, and I've been told that that's not okay before.
Well, it's okay.
Good.
It's okay in my eyes.
Yeah.
Jap
The whole
side. Jap side, that's so racist, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, what's that on your penis? Oh, it's a Jap side.
It's like a single Japanese man's eye.
Yeah, single cyclops Japanese man. That's racist.
It is.
Is it deemed racist or it is? Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's one of those ones that slips.
It's,
under.
yeah, it's almost become common parlance.
Oh God! I slept with this girl the other week, and my Jap's eye is stinging when I have a wee now. Like that's racist, isn't it?
Yeah, but
that's
it has
not what
just passed
happened. I'm married, but you know, if I slept with her and my Jap's eye started stinging, I would
then you'd be
have
worried.
some questions.
Yeah.
There'd be some slapping her. I wouldn't slap her. Give her a good shake. Give her a good shake.
Yeah, that's allowed.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Because there's no physical violence. Like, there's nothing that couldn't happen in a car, like just on a bumpy ride. If you do something that like
True.
it could have happened in a bumpy ride in a car, then you haven't done anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
Smack
but
her
you
in
could
the
say,
face.
yeah, you could
that
say
couldn't have
that
happened.
you could say that you had to brake hard and she smacks her head on the dashboard and that caused a bruise, so that means you can punch her in the face. That's not allowed.
You could say that you crashed and she died, and you could just kill her. You could just kill her.
Yeah.
I'm not endorsing any of this, but it's fun to hypothesise.
Explain that.
So welcome to the WhatNot podcast.
WhatNot?
Carl can't be here today.
He says he's ill.
He says he's ill.
Bullshit.
But that's all right, because we have Joe Davies, carpenter extraordinaire,
Yeah.
who will be doing some carpentry during the show.
Well, we've
to
got
mask
some
the
wood
fact
here,
that
so
next door, basically, they're fitting a kitchen, and occasionally you hear the sound coming through. So what we're just saying that Joe's...
Edward, get back to work. You shit.
We're just going to say that it's Joe, and then if you hear it, it will be slightly less intrusive.
Yeah. Just the old
There we go.
SDS
That's
hammer drill going.
That's the
from time
intro
to time.
done. So that's the formalities, isn't it?
That was good, wasn't it? Went
I thought that was quite professional. That
was it one take? Should we just carry on?
I think so.
Yeah, it was good.
Because they can splice all this together. They can take like a funny bit
Splice.
from later and then put it earlier.
Guy Ritchie and Spielberg said it's okay. They're all right, aren't they? Luke's the Guy Ritchie character in the room, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we were going to talk about getting in trouble.
I've got in trouble a few times in my time, mate.
Really? What was the first?
Time too much then, didn't I? The first one which came into my mind would probably be when I stole an Andre the Giant wrestling figure from Woolworths. That was quite bad.
When was that?
I was about 8.
All right.
And
So
all the kids at
91.
school, my mum didn't have much money, didn't really give me much pocket money.
You didn't give her much pocket money?
No, I didn't give her any. Didn't give her any. And then I went to Woolworths. Oh, sad that that's gone, isn't it? But that's another subject.
Yeah. You know, it still exists online.
Does it?
Yeah, and you can buy pick and mix from Woolworths online.
Piss off.
Because like, that's what Woolworths do. So you can select. I want like 10 foam bananas and 3 like whatever. You can pick and mix.
You want a few more than that though, didn't you? Oh, I'm gonna have a night in with some sweets. 10 foam bananas.
Yeah, but no. If you're having like if you got a whole bag, you don't want more than 10. If you're having a wide selection, if you're getting just foam bananas, you'd want more than 10. You'd want like 15, 20. Fuck it.
20?
25, whatever. But if
you're going for sweets, go for sweets. You want the whole shebang, don't you? You want like
how many
sours.
foam bananas would you have?
Not
I actually don't like
really
them.
like them.
No.
What's your favourite pick and mix? I've got to say Tangfastic. Sorry, it's not a pick and mix. But
no.
My favourite sweet, because I didn't know that this situation was that Woolworths was still online.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can
case,
find them. You can find. Apparently, well, that's what someone told me about 5 years ago.
I've got a thing against pick and mix because if you go to the cinema, bloody hell, £4 for one.
Yeah, I worry because I went to see.
I worry sometimes
I went to see
too,
The
Joz.
Hobbit. I went to see The Hobbit at Christmas.
Yeah.
And behind me there was a kid with some pick and mix, and he said he was about 13 or something.
Did you go to school with him?
No. But he turned to his
Guardian.
friend, pal, buddy,
mate.
yeah, mate,
Yeah.
friend,
Friend.
and he said,
Compadre.
he said, oh, this was only £4. That's quite reasonable. And then suddenly I had one of those sort of breakthrough moments in your head where you think like, children today probably don't think that pick and mix is expensive because they have nothing to compare it to.
No.
I find
you can't buy
I find
penny
that weird.
sweets anymore,
no,
mate.
so they probably think like
2p each.
they see a chocolate bar for £1 and they're like, oh, cool, chocolate bar for £1.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
I'll have to tuck into my £20 note I got for pocket money this week. Well, when I have kids, that's not the case. They're having 10p a week.
Yeah, no, I would endorse that. The thing is, I don't know whether it's.
Will you put your name to that 10p a week pocket money?
I don't know about 10p, but.
No, that is a bit tight.
I don't know whether this is
Quid.
This is a good attitude or a bad attitude that I have. But if I had kids, I'd really want them to have the same upbringing I did, and I'd feel really reluctant.
Quite privileged
to like,
by the sound of your
no,
voice.
No, I didn't have a privileged upbringing.
No. What did no? Tarquin, get out of the garden.
I don't know anybody called I do know a Quinn. I know a Quinn, but not a Tarquin.
A mighty Quinn.
Quinn and his brother Tobin.
Quinn for
I grew
Bray.
up with them.
Tobin. Quinn and Tobin used to go off to Gatcombe Park to watch the horse jumping together, did you?
No, we went to Bignor Park.
Bignor Park.
Yeah.
Come on. Quinn.
No, it's just not like but I mean in terms of like technology mainly. I wouldn't want any child of mine to like have an iPad or a games console.
You lived on a real estate, of course, but you just didn't have much technology, is what you're saying.
we drew things.
You lived in a big manor house.
I did not live in a manor house.
Where did you live? Where are you from?
What, when I was born?
Well, when you were growing up with Quinn and Tarquin, and
around then. I was in a house in the woods. I learned to walk in the woods. We did this another one. I learned to walk in this wood. But then we moved to London and I just lived in a normal house. Like a normal
Where did
like
you
any
live in the woods in a tree house?
No, like a
log cabin.
It was called Magog Lodge.
Oh, come on. You come from good stead. Don't try and blame me.
No, but then we moved to London and then it all became quite normal. You know, and then I just lived in a house. Just lived in a house
with the real people.
Yeah, with
other people on your street.
With the hoi polloi.
The hoi polloi.
That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, you look a bit offended that I'm saying that you're middle class. Are you middle class?
I think...
yeah,
isn't everyone middle class now?
No. That's a ridiculous statement. Isn't everyone
Well, no, but I mean class is much less of a... The middle class is a lot wider now than it would have been...
I'm not middle class, no.
Do you not think?
No. Single parent mum.
What?
She was middle class, but I wasn't. My mum was single parent, and we had no money.
Oh.
So I would say we were working class.
Really?
And she didn't work that much, so.
Actually, so just nothing.
Just nothing class. Nothing class. Lived in a caravan, mate, for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we lived.
Had
we had
to shit in the ground and cover it over.
Really?
To go for if I needed a poo.
How often?
Well, every time I needed a poo.
How long were you there?
About 18 months.
Wow.
Every time I needed a poo,
you had to do it in the ground.
Go off into the field, dig a hole, poo in the hole, wipe my bum, put it in there, put the lid back on. Well, not the lids, the turf.
The lid.
The turf.
Wow.
I used to get told off because I didn't dig the hole deep enough.
That's getting in trouble.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's back to our theme. That's our theme.
That's a link, isn't it? I got told off because there'd be like toilet paper just hanging out the ground. And that's why I don't wear briefs anymore, because I used to get skid marks all the time. Skidders, because they were like blue briefs that stuck up your bum. And like, because I had to poo in the like, if I needed a poo in the middle of the night, where am I going to go? Got to go in the field, in the dark, so I didn't wipe my bum properly.
Were there badges or anything?
There's everything, mate.
Whoa.
Hippies, lived at a hippie camp. So they were often naked.
Yeah.
They weren't not sexual, but they'd walk around with their bollocks out and that.
Even the women.
Big hairy bushes they had. I went to I say not that long ago, about 5 years ago. My mum said, "Oh, come up to my friends." It was Sunday, nice, not like today, a nice summer's day, and they're having like a barbecue. This is like 5 years ago. Like I was like 20 something, definitely. And it was about 11 o'clock in the morning in the back garden. They were all bringing out some food, and this woman just came out with her tits out, but they were like down here, like. I was like, this is really inappropriate, isn't it? I just want to have like a sausage roll or something, but they wouldn't be sausage because they're all vegans, like, you know, like a whatever roll. You know, quite good. That's the thing with hippies, they eat well. You
know those families where, like, because I've known families where they're not like, they're not sort of like hippie commune people. They live in like quite a nice house. They're just like middle class families. I don't know if you ever knew people like
this. But
then their photo, they have photos all over the walls of them in like festivals naked.
Yeah.
And they just have them on the wall, and they're like, yeah, that's me naked at a festival. And I think it's inappropriate.
Well, being naked at a festival?
No, advertising it in your home. Because the thing is, at least if you are a hippie and you're at a commune, and at least you're just doing it. But the idea of like being in quite a sort of cosy suburban home and then having pictures of you being naked at a festival everywhere, I think is trying to advertise something that clearly isn't true. Exactly.
I agree. Okay.
Photos everywhere.
If you like getting naked, get naked.
Get naked. But if you want to live in a quiet suburban home, live in it. And don't pine for the days when you were naked.
And even get naked in your suburban home. But don't,
Not when guests are there.
No. Oh, come and look at the artwork.
Dinner party
with a big schlong hanging out. Yeah, you don't need that, do you?
Naked dinner parties.
Naked dinner parties. But, like, my dad, for example, he likes to get naked.
Really?
Like, if he's on holiday, he goes to Formentor, he just gets naked all the time.
Really?
Loves it. Loves having his tackle.
I don't like it. I don't think I've ever been naked in public. I don't like the idea.
Do you not like it when you're in the shower either?
That's all right, because it's just me.
Oh, you got a body complex?
I've got a complex body.
Have you?
no, I've got quite a normal one. But yeah, no, I just don't like the idea of people looking.
Yeah, but
like the public looking.
I'm going towards the way that I think it's quite liberating to be naked.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you rambled naked with your dad?
I took me Todger out when I was up on the hill and got a photo taken.
Is that the picture that's on Facebook? Yeah, it's good that.
Yeah. But
Hank was your dad there?
No, I did it because he told me.
For him.
For him, yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah.
It's
a bit weird. I took a photo of myself naked
cock
for my
out
dad.
for your dad.
But it was only a from behind.
Out for your dad.
Yeah, your cock out for your dad. For your dad.
Yeah, I was going to finish that, but we all know where that.
You know where the punchline is.
Yeah, and it came a minute ago.
Yeah, but isn't comedy sometimes about repetition?
Yeah, sometimes it's about delivering something that people know you're going to deliver.
Yeah, the obvious, stating the obvious.
And sometimes it's about not doing that.
Oh, what is it with clothes at laundrettes?
I know, right?
They always get clean. Like that sort of thing. You knew what was going to happen in the laundrette, didn't you?
But it was still funny.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So where were we? We were talking about...
talking about trouble, getting in trouble.
Oh, so I got in trouble. That's why we went off on one, yeah. Well, you did. It's your fault.
Yeah, sorry.
Basically about me having a poo in a hole.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
And then I went on about being a hippie and that, like I'm a hippie at heart.
I remember
What did you get in trouble for? Joz Norris?
What have I been in trouble for? Well, it's a shame I've wasted that sandwich story. Well, not wasted, but already done it.
What about that time when... You let the hounds out when they shouldn't have been out.
We never had hounds.
You did.
We had a donkey once.
Yeah. And you had hounds.
But it wasn't ours. It wasn't our donkey. But this is when we lived on Diddlesfold Farm, which was...
Diddlesdoff Farm?
Diddlesfold Farm, which was... this must have been about 93.
Down with the Poddington Peas or something? Diddlesdoff Farm.
We lived on this farm, in this farmhouse called Diddlesfold Farm.
As you do.
And there was a donkey. I think it was called Arthur. There was an old knackered donkey called Arthur.
Yeah.
And he wasn't ours. He belonged to a farmer nearby, but the farmer didn't have a farm. He was like, I think he was like down on his...
tractor.
He was down on his
a tractor he'd go to town on. Just imagine he had a farm.
He was this farmer. He was just a bit down on his luck, and he didn't have anywhere. He still had his donkey from his farming days, but he didn't have anywhere to put him because he'd lost his farm. So
Where did he live? In a lay-by or something?
I can't remember. The thing was, I was too young to be aware of the reasons for any of these stories, but I just remember their outcome. And the outcome was that we had this donkey that lived in our fields called Arthur, but it wasn't ours, and we weren't really allowed to hang out with him because, like,
he was trouble.
he was bad for it.
He led you astray.
Fell in with the wrong
Bloody
crowd.
Arthur. Take you out nightclubbing and stuff when you're underage.
So we had him, and then there was a barn, and the barn was full of haystacks, and me and my brother used to roll down the haystack. That was our game. We used to climb to the top of the haystacks and then roll down.
I'll tell you. Yeah, go on.
And then one time he found a dead rat in the haystacks.
Hate rats.
Brought it inside, and then was like, "Mum, found a dead rat," and we were never allowed to roll down the haystacks again because she said we'd get ill.
Yeah, well,
which is a fair point.
Fair point.
She was being protective, but she had a right to. Because we were young.
Yeah, the farm I lived on was called Yoke Farm.
Yeah.
Where the hippies were, and the farmer's son was called Ty, and he was a few years older than me, so I was like trying to impress him, sort of thing. And he would always be like quite cool, if you know what I mean. I'd look up to him, and we'd go in the barns and that, and he'd obviously, is the word dog me to do stuff, like make me do more daring things. Yeah. So he'd like jump off the bales, and I'd have to do it, and then I went, oh, jump off these really high. And my knee smacked my chin, and that's how my teeth were chipped.
Really? That's
and I was like, that one's chipped, and that one there.
Oh, shit.
And that is from, I didn't get in trouble, it's just very painful.
Yeah.
It was like, and I think later in life that one's going to fall out because it's going to be dead.
I've got a dodgy fang there, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's my weird tooth.
Yeah.
And that's not because of anything, it's just
grown.
It's just
Did
grown
you have a
wrong.
brace?
No, I was offered a brace. By
Arthur the donkey? He had a shipment in from Del Boy. I've got these braces, mate. You want one?
That was, excuse me. It was in, yeah, sorry, I cracked my knuckles, I shouldn't.
No, I do too, mate.
It's good, isn't it?
Well, it's good, but
It's
arthritis.
Good. Yeah, well, apparently it's more like rheumatism.
Yeah, we'll be, especially
wait.
in... Oh, wait, if you're going to do clip...
That's good. It's horrible, but
it's horrible.
yeah.
It's horrible, mate.
You know, I was offered a brace to sort my teeth out, and they said that basically it would push that one back, but then there'd be a 50% chance that my wisdom teeth would come out crooked. And I thought, actually...
That's at the back.
You're right, so it wouldn't have looked bad, but I just thought...
But your mouth would not be...
Yeah, you're right, yeah, exactly, yeah. So I thought...
my name's Joz Norris.
I thought, I'm all right with having a dodgy fang if
Yeah.
it means my wisdom teeth will be all right.
It's character.
Yeah, it's sort of... People will be like... Do you know Joz
My
Norris,
teeth
that
are
one
real
with the
crooked.
fang?
I had a brace on
Yeah,
the
it's
top.
cool.
I like them.
Yeah.
They could do with
it's
being a
interesting,
bit
isn't it?
cleaner at times, but,
Yeah,
you know...
yeah. Just brush them.
Flossing is the bugger.
Oh, it's hard.
Dentist always says, oh, Mr. Davis, you know... You're
Oh,
not,
Mr. Davis.
You're not flossing,
That's the
are
title
you?
of your sitcom.
Oh, Mr. Davis.
Oh, Mr. Davis.
Oh, Mr. Davis, you're not flossing. And I say, oh, I do. Sometimes he says, you're not flossing enough. And I say, oh, sorry.
When you floss, do you
See
bleed?
you in 6 months. Yeah. But he says you've got to keep going and it'll stop bleeding.
Because you know those adverts that say... Because I remember as a kid being told by the dentist, don't worry if your gums bleed, that means they're healthy and they've got good circulation. But now they're running those adverts that say if your gums bleed, you have gum disease.
Well, yeah, especially if
But
they're
is that
puffy.
just fear-mongering? Or is that true?
No, I've got a terrible thought that all my teeth are just going to fall out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's money. That means you're worried about
No,
money.
it's not. It's because I'm scared of my teeth falling out. Please, there was anxiety. No,
I thought it was anxiety about money.
No,
But that's only in
it's
dreams.
Not. I'm
That's
worried
only in
about my
dreams.
teeth falling out. It's rubbish. It might be for some people, but for me, I'm scared of my teeth falling out. That's why I dream about it.
Okay.
All right?
Sorry. Sorry.
Bloody hell. Listen to me, will you, Joz? So you were in Eton with your friends.
I've never
With
been
the
to
donkey.
Eton. I'm not that posh. Thing is, I've actually since
I'm being classist here, aren't I?
since 2002, I have deliberately and consciously roughened up my image because
It's going well.
because I felt I was too posh, and I felt I was being alienated from my classmates.
Oh, sorry, it's touched
So
the nerve then?
No.
Are you sure?
But I remember in biology,
Yeah.
in 2002, Mr. Walker, who's dead now.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Was he a nice bloke, or
He was lovely. He was lovely.
what did he die of?
Cancer.
Oh, moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I was in biology, and then we were doing teeth, and I said molar, but at that stage I said molar. That was how I spoke then. And then Dickon Chaplin, who later became the head boy, but wasn't at this stage because it was
Dickon Chaplin?
Yeah, Dickon Chaplin.
You're making this up, aren't you?
No, this is true. Dickon Chaplin turned around and said, what? And then I said molar again, like molar. I would have said molar. And then he had a go at me and was like, you're a posh. And I thought, right, I'm gonna become one of the lads and like soften myself up a bit.
We can lose this in the edit, right?
What, is none of this good? We'll get rid of all this. Anyway, that's how I ended up in my sort of more street vibe.
Ralph Lauren look. Your yachting
It's
shirt.
Ralph Lauren.
Yachting shirt. Is it Ralph Lauren? Mother bought it for me. Mother bought it.
It's from my sister.
It's from your sister.
Yeah.
It's from your yachting days. Have you ever done yachting?
I've never yachted.
Don't lie.
I've never yachted. I don't do any of the posh things. I know it seem quite posh, but I don't do any of the posh things. I've never ridden a horse except once, Tonto.
Well, you've ridden a horse, haven't you?
Yeah,
I've never ridden a horse apart from when I ridden the National.
No, I rode a horse around Brecon when I was about 15.
Yeah.
He stood on my foot.
So you said that's enough of that.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Did it break your foot?
No, it's just very heavy. And I tried to punish him by making him eat nettles. Because he trod on my foot, and I was like, that's really annoying.
Eat those nettles.
No,
beast.
we were trotting, and then I passed some nettles, and I just tried to steer him into the nettles and like shove his head into it.
Did he buck you off, and you just all
No,
stand?
he just wouldn't eat them, and he just carried on his way, and I was really annoyed because he was constantly stopping to eat grass, like constantly, and every time I was like, can you not?
Can you not? What did he say? Fuck off.
He just kept eating it. He wouldn't even reply. So then I thought, right, I'm gonna get
you.
And just tried to like shove his head into the nettles, and he pulled his head out and kept going.
Yeah.
And then my brother fell off.
So you got your brother in trouble, really?
Oh no, that was a completely isolated incident. He was going too fast, really, because he was only young.
I've been on a horse once or twice in Canada trotting, and they like
Really?
train just to follow the next one in front of them.
Yeah.
And I had this. I was with an ex-girlfriend, and I got on the one, and she had this really fat old one. It was quite funny. And I got onto mine, I was just waiting, and her one like backed on, put her bum right to my one's nose and just lifted its tail up and farted for ages. Have you ever heard a horse fart?
I don't think so.
Jesus Christ, they can fart, let me tell you. It was literally about 30 seconds long. 30 seconds of constant farting. Knew exactly what it was doing. You know, animals know this thing. Like, it was just fart, fart, fart for ages. And then we trot off. Like, I quite enjoyed it. Not the farting. Well, I did. I really giggled a lot. Great. It was so funny.
Wait, were you behind or in front?
I think I was behind her. Well, yeah, because it farted in my one's face. So yeah.
What was his face?
Yeah, it didn't smell though. I didn't smell much. But,
really?
And have you seen him have a piss?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
They could put out a forest fire with that, couldn't they? But yeah, I used to go to Gatcombe actually.
Where?
Gatcombe Park to watch the horses.
Where's that?
Oh, don't pretend you don't.
I don't know.
It's a 3-day event. Show jumping, dressage, and cross country.
I don't know anything about horses. I'm not. I'm genuinely. I'm just like one of the.
Did you used to go beating?
What's that?
Oh, what's that? Oh no, you would have been on your horse with the hounds, wouldn't you? It's when you go like hunting for. Well, this is a touchy subject.
Yeah.
For like pheasants and foxes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm from the countryside, so.
Do you hunt?
No.
Have you ever hunted?
No, I used to go out air rifle shooting, and people
Really?
go, "Oh, that's cruel." You say
Less
that.
cruel than hunting, isn't it?
It's not that cruel. You kill a couple of rabbits. Oh, what? And you get those rabbits eaten in a rabbit stew. I didn't eat it, but people in the village, they always went to a good home. A couple of dead rabbits. Here you go, Dubber. There's a bloke called Dubber. Dubber, he was a bloody great bloke. God, he could drink about 25 pints of ale and just still walk home. It was unbelievable.
Really?
I think his record was about, he'd just sit at the bar all day long drinking ale, and he'd call everyone Sam. All right, Sam, how's it going, Sam? And he would drink, I think it was about 32 pints he drank one day in one sitting. That's a lot of pints, isn't it?
That is a lot. I think your upbringing sounds more weird than mine overall.
Not weird.
As much as mine sounds ridiculous, he sounds outrageous.
Dubber was a local in the pub, and he'd always sit up and he'd just go, no, nothing. He'd just stand up and go. If there was a woman next to him, whatever. Oh shit! Woohoo! That's a good one, isn't it?
Oh my god!
That better be recorded. If I planned that, that'd have been good, wouldn't it?
That's why we film it.
That's what Dubber did, right? He fell off his stool. That was quite funny, wasn't it? I'll tell you what, I want to watch that back. Feel a bit silly now, but that's all right. Good job.
So good.
That was funny.
Well, we've made profit on this.
Yeah, that will get played, surely.
That'll go on.
That'll go on. Harry Hill will be doing a little voiceover there, won't he?
Does he do it now?
Yeah, he does.
Who was the woman who did it before? That fat
Lisa
one.
Riley.
Lisa Riley. Hated her.
All right, what? 'Cause she's fat?
No, I just found her. I just thought she was an irritating screen presence.
Yes,
but she was quite good
irritating
in screen presence.
Screen. I
Yeah.
Scream.
Irritating screen presence.
Blimey, now that was funny. Whew. Gather my
Where do we
thoughts
go
for a
from
minute.
there?
Where do you go from?
So.
Oh god! Watch out! I'm straight down.
So, getting in trouble.
Oh yeah. So I nicked an Andre the Giant thing.
Oh yeah.
From Woolworths.
Yeah, and you got in trouble for it.
Well, I didn't. Well, I did, but I got sort of banned from Woolworths. But they must have taken pity on me because I used to go in there and shoplift.
Really?
Yeah, oh, you didn't do that where you came from, did you? I was a survivor, mate.
Really?
If I wanted those jelly hamburger sweets,
Yeah.
I would nick them. Basically. Got away with it for quite a while, and then I tried to up my game, got greedy and thought, oh, nick Andre the Giant figure. They must have known me that I'd nick the odd hamburger and just say, oh, look, he looks a bit skint, let him nick a hamburger. It's
yeah,
not
but
me.
Andre the Giant's taking the piss, really.
Andre the Giant is taking the piss. So what they did is the manageress and somebody who worked there, like, walked behind. No, I think I nicked Andre the Giant, but I went back to get, like, the whole WWF set.
Yeah.
And they must have watched me put it in there. And then they were like talking about me. Oh yeah, there was somebody in the shop the other day.
Yeah.
Who was cheers. Who was stealing? Oh, thank you. Who was stealing wrestling figures? They were talking about me.
They said that while you were stealing.
While I was in there, so I just put everything back and didn't do it again. And
That's quite clever of them. That's psychological. That,
yeah,
isn't it?
psychological.
It's like implanting the guilt into you before you've even done it.
Yeah. So
that's a good scheme.
It's a good scheme, innit? Yeah.
So you didn't do it again?
Oh, yeah, I did do it again, yeah.
Oh, right.
I also got caught stealing when I was about 14, 15, but that was really bad. That was when my nan, God rest her soul, she was a lovely woman, gave me like 15 quid to go and buy some sunglasses, because I used to go and stop with her in all the holidays in Swansea. Yeah. And she gave me 15 quid, and I had a little bit of a fruit machine habit at the time.
Yeah.
I used to spend loads of money on fruit machines. Spent all the money and then thought, well, I can't go home with no sunglasses, so I went to nick some. And I tried to nick some from Debenhams, of all places. Like, what a dick! Why don't I just go to a little shop? And it was obvious that there was cameras everywhere. Yeah. Obvious. There was like a big thing like that with cameras on it.
What? And you got caught?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got caught going up the escalator. I looked back and there was a security guard. I thought, shit, what am I going to do here? So I just tried to go out the shop and he just grabbed me on the arm and said, no. You have been stealing sunglasses, haven't you?
Yeah.
Got arrested, gave a fake name.
You got arrested for it?
Got arrested, yeah. I was 14,
Stealing
15.
sunglasses?
Stealing sunglasses, right.
That seems
got
excessive.
arrested, right. Got arrested and gave a fake name. They knew, they'd seen it before.
Yeah.
I said that I'd come down from Leominster, where I'm from, for a day's shoplifting, and I was going back on the train. That was a lie.
Yeah.
And then they knew, so they put me in a cell for like 2 hours, and then I was cacking my pants, thinking, "Oh my God, this is not a very nice situation to be in."
Yeah.
So I had to go out and go, "Oh mate, giving you a fake name. You're gonna have to ring my nan." My nan, really prim and proper, had to come pick me up.
And you hadn't even bought the sunglasses.
I hadn't even got the sunglasses.
You'd spent the money she gave you.
Yeah. So not only had I spent all the money on gambling.
Yeah. You then got arrested.
I got arrested and she had to pick me up. She was not happy.
I can imagine.
She was not happy. She just said, well, why didn't you just ask for a bit more money? And I've never done any stealing since.
Really?
That was the one.
That was the last one.
Because the Andre the Giant, I didn't actually get caught.
Yeah.
You know?
That does
I was
sound
never
horrible,
a good stealer.
Really?
I almost
Did you
got
announce
caught.
it?
No, it's just too obvious.
The Andre
Never
the
buy
Giant
anything
going
from
in
the
the bag?
shop. I used to go into a little newsagents and steal Rolos every morning.
Yeah.
Didn't buy anything. Just go in, and I could see there was a mirror there. But I used to wait till he was looking at the fags or something. See you, mate. See you tomorrow.
I remember I
just
once,
checking out what sweets you got.
I once stole. Well, no, it wasn't stealing. This was sort of shameful. But there was a bike magazine, right, that you could get from WH Smith's, and my friend Sam Hockham used to collect this bike magazine. Are you all right?
Yeah. Who else did you grow up with? Sam Hockham.
He's anyway. He collected this bike magazine.
Francis Dubois.
I knew a Francis Magomba. He was the school.
Of course you did.
He was the school black kid. He was like the only one.
All right.
But he was cool. We all liked him. He had
Why
two
wouldn't
brothers.
he be cool?
But he was.
Why wouldn't he be cool,
you're right.
Joz? Explain why he wouldn't be cool.
Cut that out. But he was cool. He had two brothers called Rafaro and Simba, and then his name was Frank. He had Rafaro Magomba and Simba Magomba, and then Frank, because I think they just got bored of using like traditional names.
Yeah,
But-
they wanted somebody to blend in.
Yeah.
Frank.
which he didn't.
He didn't.
Because he was the only black guy. Anyway, cut all that. Cut all that. That's not okay. I really liked him. But
Why wouldn't you though?
well, yeah, no, exactly. But Sam Hockham, right, collected this bike magazine, and in the bike magazine was like a free insert. So it was you know when you get like how sometimes you get a scratch card, a free scratch card? It was like that, but it was like a little pamphlet about bikes.
Yeah.
And it had pictures of women in bikinis holding bikes and showing them off. And I was like 12-ish or something,
Just
or
about
13.
finding out what your penis was for.
And I was like, oh, there's women in bikinis in this. And then I thought I should buy that magazine. But then I thought, I don't want to buy a bike magazine. So I went to WH Smith's and I got the insert out, which was free, so this wasn't even stealing. But then I just put it in my bag and then left. And I felt guilty about it for months. And I couldn't go into WH Smith's because I was worried they'd see me and they'd go like, you took that insert.
Blimey, now you have lived a rough life. You stole a free pamphlet and you beat yourself up about it. It looks like you're still beating yourself up about it now.
I still feel bad about it because I should have just bought the magazine. I should have just gone, or not done it. I should either have said to myself, I want to see these pictures of these women, I'm going to buy the magazine, or I should have gone, had a bit of abstinence and said, no, I don't need that. But I didn't. I took the lowest route, which was to get the, yeah.
I know what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel
right?
awful. No, I'm fine. But I didn't get into trouble about that, so that's not. But
Well, no, you didn't. You put yourself in trouble though because you beating yourself up about it.
Yeah, I invited an unpleasant scenario onto myself where I could have got caught out for it.
Yeah, you could have.
Could have stopped me.
What would the consequences been on that? Explain this,
At worst,
young Norris.
At worst, they could have made me put the pamphlet back.
Exactly.
Although even then, I don't think they really could have because it was free.
It was a
But
free pamphlet.
it was free for someone who bought the magazine. This is what I feel bad about.
Was it stapled in?
No, it wasn't. But somebody might have bought that magazine and gone, can't wait to see the bikini girls with the bikes. That's my favourite bit of this magazine. And then they'd have gone,
I don't think you'd have been the only person to steal a free
that.
pamphlet, right? So I would say WH Smith probably had like 100 extra pamphlets behind the thing.
Do you reckon? Do you not think they would have just had enough for the number of magazines that they bought in?
Because that's one of the oldest tricks in the book,
taking the free pamphlet. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought I was being original. I thought I was coming up
That's
with
why
something.
it got to a stage where, like, you get the Sunday papers and the TV bit out in the middle is always missing, so they keep it behind.
Oh.
Or they put it in plastic now. So it's because of you, Joz, that they do that plastic, because they were like, oh, God.
Too many people taking the bikini girls.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of my lowest moments when I was a sort of a renegade teenager.
You must have felt terrible.
I felt awful about it.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I ever did anything else really bad when I was at school. Oh, I remember at uni once, a policeman had a go at me for publicly drinking, right? Because I was, we were at the Norfolk and Norwich Festival at the Spiegel tent.
The Spiegel, right?
Yeah, which was like this big kind of German cabaret marquee.
Yeah.
Where they have, circus or something. And then I was outside. But, oh, we went to McDonald's. That was right, because we wanted some dinner. Why did we go to McDonald's? It doesn't matter. Anyway, and I had a suit on and a Mac. A suit and a Mac, like a coat Mac.
Yeah.
And,
Flash's Mac.
Yeah, kind of. But I was
Yeah.
wearing it in a sort of a smart way.
Okay.
Because we were going to a cabaret venue, so I thought, oh, I should wear a suit, look nice. And they went into McDonald's. I don't like McDonald's, so I stood outside, and I still had my gin and tonic from the Spiegel tent. And
I know what's coming.
I was sipping my gin and tonic, and then this policeman comes up to me, and he goes, "What's that?" Wait, no, is that what he said? Oh yeah, he said, "Are you drinking in public?" And then I went, "Oh yeah, sorry." And he went, "What is it? What's in it?" And I said, "It's a gin and tonic." And then he looked me up and down from head to foot, and then back up again, and then he was like, "Yeah, no, that sounds about right." And then he walked off. Let me finish it.
I couldn't agree more.
Apparently, I was too middle class for him to bother arresting me. Not that you'd get arrested for public drinking, but you just couldn't.
Was it in a plastic glass?
It was yes, I think so. I think so. It might not have been. It might have been in a glass.
Ooh.
In which case, he was totally out of order. But he was just like, "You've got a suit on and you've got gin and tonic. Finish it. Have it."
Were you wearing brogues?
I was wearing winkle pickers. I was
Okay.
wearing black winkle pickers.
Yeah.
Because that was back when I wore those a lot. I went through a phase from 2005 to 2009 of wearing winkle pickers quite a lot. That's less a phase. That's like a stage of my life.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And I did it. I started wearing winkle pickers before Noel Fielding or Russell Brand were popular. I'm not saying I influenced it. I'm just saying I wasn't following trends. I just thought they were cool.
You just thought winkle pickers were cool?
Yeah, I found a pair in a shopping mall in Vélez Málaga in Spain, and I thought,
Family holiday?
I want them. Yeah. It was lovely.
Was it?
Yeah, have you ever been to Spain?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
So, well,
It's
parts
good.
are, yeah, parts are shit.
I've
It's
only
like
been
any
once
country, isn't it? Like,
and briefly.
England's
Yeah,
amazing, but
if you go to the right places.
If you go to the right places.
Yeah, but also equally not.
Like, where's shit?
Hull, apparently.
Never been.
I've never been, but it gets a lot of bad press, doesn't it? It's one of those cities that, like, people will say, like, a nice city like Hull, and then people will laugh, therefore it must be bad. I've seen that happen.
I thought Nottingham was a shithole.
I've never been. My friend Phil
Go there.
comes from
Oh,
Nottingham.
women outnumber the men, 50
Really?
to 1.
That
No,
sounds
they
all right.
don't.
Oh.
Trouble. What was they going to...
I'm
I thought
sort
we were
of-
meant to be doing danger.
Oh yeah, let's do a bit on danger.
Danger, yeah.
Let's talk about dangerous situations.
Yeah,
we've
no,
been
yeah,
in.
because that's what the brief you gave us on
Yeah, so I mean that was
Twitter
just an idea we had last time.
You
We
throw
said
me a
maybe
curveball. Oh, it's trouble this morning.
trouble and danger are kind of
They're
linked.
totally different.
They're
You might get in
linked.
trouble being in...
Being in danger.
Oh, this is one... This is a link. This is crossing the board.
Okay.
We'll start on this. It's a bit of both, and then we'll go into danger, right?
Right.
So, talking about trouble, on my 23rd birthday, I think it was.
That's my
we all
age.
went out, yeah. We all went out in Hereford, great
Yeah.
place. Well, it's all right, actually. It's good. It's got some good parts. Anyway.
I've got a good chocolate fountain. There's a chocolate shop with a great chocolate fountain. That's all I know. Oh, and a cathedral.
Yeah, with the Bayeux tapestry in it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You've been there?
I don't think I saw the tapestry, but I've been in the cathedral and the chocolate shop.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
My stepdad comes from
So
Hereford.
I was out on my birthday and with some mates and that, and I was proper pissed.
Yeah.
But it was my birthday,
Yeah,
so I was
fair
really
enough.
pissed.
You're entitled.
Go up into the front of get to the front of the queue at the nightclub. No, mate, you're not coming in. You're too pissed. I was like, oh, mate, please, it's my birthday. No, you're not. You're pissed. I'm going to say it. I'd also been given some drugs. Right. I don't take them very often, but I did that day.
Yeah.
Right.
What kind?
It was a tablet with a letter on it.
Oh. Ooh. What letter?
E.
Oh.
Right. So, not only was I pissed paralytic, I'd also had an E. Right.
Yeah.
So I go up to the front and I'm thinking, fucking tidy music coming in now. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's have this. And he says, no, you're not coming in, you're too pissed. I was like, oh, no way. So okay, mate, okay, really sorry. So in my moment of stupidness, I thought, oh, what I'll do is I'll just go around the back of the nightclub, knock on the door, and someone will let me in.
Yeah.
Thinking it was some like village hall, young farmers do or something. Right? So I go round the back, climb up this really big fence, over this spiky thing. I think, climb over this barbed wire fence as well. Brand new jeans on, birthday jeans,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Jump down, the barbed wire rips the back of my jeans right over. Didn't touch my leg somehow. Don't know how
That's
that
lucky.
happened. Obviously realised that I can't get in the back, so I start climbing back round, get round the front, and there's just a police van there.
Really?
Waiting for me, because they're not stupid. They
Yeah.
can see that some twat is trying
over
to
the
climb
fences.
over. So he's like, they were like, look, so you're going to come with us now? I was like, oh, okay, really sorry. Please don't cuff me really hard. I'm just a fool.
Yeah.
Just put them on. I went like, I'll put them on, mate. Look,
Yeah.
I just don't want you to put them around my back. Hurt him with it. And they were like, okay, he's just a pisshead. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Go in the cells, at which time I am absolutely buzzing my tits off in a bloody police cell. Like I was like, yeah, like buzzing my head off, right? I was like, this is a horrible experience. I can't get out. There's no music here to dance to. So I thought, what am I going to do? So I just kept knocking on the thing, like, oh, please can I have a drink of water? Please can I have a cup of tea? It's the hottest cup of tea you'll ever experience. Went to drink it down. It's like scalded all my mouth. I didn't realise this at the time because I was the next day, whoo, like blisters all in my mouth. I was like, oh, please, please, please. And I said, look, I know, look, I feel a lot better now. I feel a lot more sober. Can you please let me out and go home? There's a night bus at 2 in the morning. I got locked up at like 10:30, 11 or something. I was like, I can't deal with being in this all night. Like, and they were like, this guy's annoying us. We can see he's all right.
Yeah.
So they let me sign this thing, and they said, look, you've just got to go home, get your head down. Da, da, da. I said, absolutely, I'm doing that. So I literally come out the police station and I see the night bus go past. So I legged it, right, and I was really pissed off because I, you know, like I'd obviously been locked up on my birthday and stuff like that, and all my mates still went out and had a good time. Got on the bus and they're like, bloody hell, Joe, what did happen to you? And I explained.
They were on it. They were all on the night bus.
They were all on the night bus, yeah, going back
lucky.
to Leominster.
Oh, cool.
That's the only way you used to get home.
Oh, it was the only bus, okay.
So it's like 3 in the morning bus. And then I was like, okay. Then I'd been seeing this girl. This is the ex-girlfriend, right?
The horse.
But she did actually sort of have a boyfriend at the time.
Oh.
And he just recently found out that I'd been doing things with her behind his back. He was sat on the bus.
Shit.
There was nowhere to sit on the bus.
Was she?
She was on the bus as well, right? This was getting awkward.
Yeah.
No, I'd just been locked up for 3 hours, been in prison. The birthday was not going too well. Right, ripped my jeans. You know what I mean? New jeans.
Burnt your mouth.
Burnt my mouth. Seen old PC Plod. Not good. And he was pissed. There was nowhere to sit, so I had to stand up in the aisle, and he just goes, sit down, you twat. And I thought, oh, look out, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I was like, who are you calling a twat, mate? And he said, well, you, obviously. I said, well, you're a twat as well. And he goes, sit down, you twat. I said, nah, make me. He said, I fucking will in a minute. I said, well, go on, hit me. He said, I will in a minute. I said, hit me. And he fucking hit me. Right? He hit me really hard, right? So I thought, right in the eye, like. I thought, well, I'm going to flip out here now then. So I lost the plot. I grabbed him and like looked in his face, started laughing and headbutted him really hard.
Started laughing.
I'm really bad with my hands, but my head, it's massive. Tell you what, my head can do some serious damage, like, seriously. And I nutted him and started laughing in his face, and like he was, anyway. The bus driver stopped the bus, like on Dimmoor Hill. You know Dimmoor Hill? No. But anyway, and he said, enough! I'm going to throw you all off in a minute. And I said, all right, mate, sorry. So calmed it all down, sat down, went back to the... And then Lee, his name was, because coincidentally, we're really good mates now. Weirdly, we are. But that's another story. This guy who I knew, who's a bit of a football hooligan, he was sat just in front of Lee, and he kept shouting at me, oh, I'm going to get you when we get off this bus, da, da, da. And Justin said, Langford, if you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to kick the shit out of you. And he was hard. Like, I'm not hard, I'm a wimp, a big wimp, apart from my head, right? And he goes, oh, fuck off, Justin. And he went, right, when we get off this bus, you're having it, right?
Yeah.
So I was preparing myself for another fight. I was in, like, the car park. It was in Co-op, but it was Summerfield then. Remember Summerfield?
Yeah,
and before that, it was Gateway.
I don't even remember that.
No, but Summerfield. I think Gateway was just Leominster. Anyway, it was Summerfield and then Co-op, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, So I was thinking, right, this is like Rumble in the Jungle, take 2. And he gets out and he's going, come on then, Joe. And I was like, come on then, let's do this. And I was thinking, OK, ooh, don't fancy my chances so much now. And Justin just took him out and kicked him to shit. I went home after. I went home, finally got home, looked in the mirror, massive black eye, like the biggest black eye I've ever had. It was closing up already, like it was purple, blue, all round here. And I thought, well, that was a strange birthday, wasn't it?
It was a birthday to remember.
That was a birthday to remember.
Yeah.
So that was dangerous because I had a fight.
Yeah.
I almost got
and
my
you
leg
got in trouble.
And I got in trouble. I got a caution.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a caution for that. I think that's the only caution I've ever had.
One of the biggest bits of danger I ever got in was in Ireland. Basically, me and my brother had to wrestle a goat on a mountaintop, right? And we were on holiday in Ireland, Republic of Ireland, so the good bit. And we were driving around trying to find... No, it's just troubles, isn't it? The troubles. You've got the troubles up north, down south, everything's all right. So it's an oversimplification, but anyway, we were driving...
Wasn't all right in the potato famine, was it?
That's true. They lost a few good men there.
They did, didn't they?
Quite a few.
And some spuds.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, sorry, you're wrestling a goat? Or you,
well,
how did you become...
We were trying to find this place called Devil's Bit Mountain. There's this mountain, and it's called that because there's a bit missing from it, and they say the devil bit it out and then spat it into...
The sea?
Yeah, probably the North Sea, or whatever that one's called, that bit around there. Is that the North? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we found this man on a horse. He had no teeth, and we said, "Where's the Devil's Bit Mountain?" And he made... Was
it him who bit it out? Got no teeth?
He just made noises for about 5 minutes.
Ah,
yeah,
like that.
we said, "Where's the Devil's Bit Mountain?" And he just went for about 5 minutes. But you can't drive away when you've asked that. You have to wait for him to finish. And he was just having a lovely time telling a story. So there's this huge queue of cars backed up down the road because we'd stopped in the middle of the road and we were just waiting for this man on a horse to finish. Everyone was honking their horns and he was completely oblivious. He was just like going on. And then eventually he was like, "Anyway, go and find the mountain." And then so we drove off and eventually we found it. It was quite big because it's a mountain and we were climbing up. It might be a hill. It might be one of those mountains that's called a mountain but it's technically a hill. I can't remember, but it's pretty big. And we were climbing up.
Well, when does it you know, we're like...
When it's ajar. Not really, that's another joke. That's when is a door, not a door. But I don't know, actually. There's a...
Is it if it's got a cathedral on the top or something?
I think there's a specific height where... There's a mountain in Wales called Sugarloaf Mountain that's literally only just a mountain.
The Sugarloaf, hasn't that got a horse on the side of it or something? Like possibly. One of those printed...
Oh, yeah, one of those dug-out horses. It might do.
Yeah.
My dad told me there was a dragon living underneath it, and I believed him for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that you believe that. Yeah.
But anyway, so we were climbing Devil's Bit Mountain, and we got to about 5 minutes from the peak, and this family came down, like running and looking really distressed. And we were like, "Are you okay? What's it like up there?" And they said, "The view is lovely, but there's a goat up there at the moment, and he's not happy." we thought, that'll be all right, it's just a goat. So we kept going.
A billy goat and with horns?
Yeah.
Whoa,
we reached the peak,
unlucky.
right? We reached the peak, and it's about... the peak can't be bigger than this room, right?
Okay.
So it's not huge.
No, but it's big enough.
It's biggish.
It's like a wrestling ring.
There's a lovely view all around, and in the middle there's this billy goat. Huge horns.
Are they curled round, or are they just...
Yeah, they're curled. They're curled.
So he's more of a ram.
Yeah, basically a ram.
He's a ram. Is he actually a ram or a goat? This is
I've
important.
got pictures somewhere, but...
Well, I'd like to see those.
Have we got the laptop?
No, after, not now. We've only got 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd like to see them.
He's livid, right? And there's this other family who are literally just coming down, and they're like, "Good luck," they said, and then they disappeared down the mountain. And we were sort of looking around.
Looked at each other. Who's it? You and your brother?
Me, my brother, my sister, my mum, and my stepdad, all on top of this mountain. And then...
Is your stepdad a fair size? Is he a good wrestler?
Actually, he is. We used to do this thing where every Friday we'd put on a classic rock album, and then me and my brother and him would wrestle in the front room.
Right.
So he didn't know what he was doing. He knows how to wrestle,
like.
He's good. He taught us. But then, so we were trying to enjoy the view.
In training, did you have a goat on the go, or...?
No, well, that was the curveball. Was we were like, we haven't been trained to deal with this.
Just donkeys you do before.
Just that donkey. But so he's like pouring the ground like they do, you know, where they're all like having a go like that. And then we're just trying to enjoy the view. And then suddenly he runs at me and hits me in the side, and I fall over.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and I'm right on the edge of the mountain. I nearly fell off the mountain. And then I got up and was like, hey! I think that was my first tap that I tried. I just went, hey, no, what? No. And then he went for my sister, who 2 days before had nearly drowned in a bale of hay. So she was already quite upset, right? Yeah. She fell into a hay bale. She lost a shoe. She was stuck down there for about an hour. So she was already quite frail because she was just.
That can be dodgy if those bales get on top of you.
It can be terrible. We had to drag her out. So this was a holiday beset with problems. And then he started going towards my sister, and then I think I got quite angry. I was like, she's had a hard time with a bale of hay, mate. So leave it. And then he looked at me and then had another go at me and started coming towards me. And then my brother steps in and
rugby tackled him.
Grabbed his horns.
Good.
My brother grabbed both his horns and just stood there like, and the goat's going mental trying to throw him off, like completely, like he's furious now and charging all around the entire clearing with my brother hanging on at the front. And then my brother just went, get out of here, to all of us. Just turned around and went, get out.
Is your brother older than you?
He's 2 years older. He said, just get off the mountain, I'll deal with him.
Is he stronger than you?
Yes, yeah, he used to beat me up.
Get off the mountain, I'm going to deal with it.
Get off the mountain, I'm going to deal with this.
Me and him are going to have a
I'm
chat.
dealing with this.
We got to have a chat up here. You shouldn't see what's about to happen.
And then Mum was like, no, he'll hurt you. And he was like, I've got this under control, just get off the mountain. And we ran down the mountain for about 5 minutes until we were safe, and then we all stopped and we were like, shit, what's going to happen? And then Barney, this seems really weird in hindsight, but Barney just comes down the mountain behind us on his own, and we were all like, what happened? Are you all right? And he went, yeah, I sorted it. And then we came down the mountain.
You never spoke about it since?
Not really. I
did he shut the goat off? Did he shut the goat off?
I don't know what he did, but he pacified it in some way.
He just said,
I reckon they were mates, and he'd planned it all. As soon as we left, he was like,
Did he put on a Cockney accent? Was he a bit like Phil Mitchell? Don't worry, I've sorted it. He ain't going to be no trouble to no one now.
I reckon it was some friend of his in an outfit, and they'd all planned it, and he was making money.
Get out of here, guys. Get out of here quick. We got to have a little chat. You know what I mean? Chucked him off the mountain.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest bits of danger.
Did you have to put a sign up, goat, warning, goat?
Warning, goat. Well, yeah, there was nothing like that. There was no inkling. Up until we saw that panicked family, we had no idea we were going to have to fight a goat.
Yeah, but they said good luck to you, and you still went up there.
Yeah, well, I guess when we heard it, we just thought, well, how dangerous can a goat be? And it turns out, pretty dangerous.
Unless your brother's around.
Unless your brother's around, in which case, yeah. The moral is, if you're going to wrestle a goat...
your stepdad or your brother at the time?
At the time, probably my brother. He was quite
he's quite a big lad, is he?
Well, for a while he was big as in fat, for a while. Right. And then he got quite lean, and now he's quite built now. And I think at that stage, he was probably on his way to becoming quite lean. And
after he wrestled the goat, he thought,
he was probably right, I can do this.
I've got potential. Yeah. Before long, I'm going to be wrestling horses.
But yeah, that was...
He could be the new Bear Grylls or something.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo, mind, isn't he?
What, Bear Grylls?
Yeah.
He's eaten too much poo for me to really respect him anymore.
I saw him skin a sea lion and then put it on as a wetsuit. Did you see that? It was ridiculous. I don't know if this is going to fit. And he skinned it right, cut holes in it, so it's like a vest. I don't know if it's going to fit, and he put himself in. And it was like a really small vest, and he just got in the ice cold water and said, "This is the part I need to keep warm." And he just swam off. Just like, what the hell are you doing, mate?
That's bizarre.
Oh, it's great though. It's funny. And then another bit. He was just like eating because it was freezing cold. He was eating like he just caught a deer, like a stag, slit its throat, ripped it open, got the heart out, and just started munching on the heart. So this is the warmest my hands have been all day. And he had all blood over his face. He was practically eating a beating heart. Ridiculous.
He is weird, isn't he? Maybe no one's told him that.
Have you seen the one when he's drinking out the camel poo as well?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And he went, yeah, this is perfectly good to drink, but it's disgusting. I thought, well, yeah, it's shit. I'd rather a pina colada, wouldn't you? Bloody hell.
Do you reckon when he comes back to civilization, he has no idea what to do? He can't get like his iPod to work. He's great out there, but he comes back and like he just can't deal with anything.
Probably.
He can't get the remote working.
Can't get the remote to work. How the fuck do you use this kettle, bitch? To his wife or something.
Yeah, he's great out there.
Just
but
like caught
in the wrong context.
Go into his kitchen. He's got a couple of flints on the floor trying to make fire. Could be, maybe.
TV dinners of just like beating hearts.
To sum this up, sum this last hour up in 5 words.
Trouble.
Trouble.
Hits.
Hits.
When you least. Oh no, that's not going to work. Hold on. Trouble takes you by surprise.
So to sum up, trouble takes you by surprise.
And trouble takes you by surprise. Next week
we should talk about your 5 favourite items on a cooked breakfast.
for an hour.
Well, no, it's a starter though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because and think about that because it's not nothing you can just jump into.
Are there more than 5 items
Well,
in it?
of course there's more than 5 items, but what are your favourite? What if you only had 5 items, right? But you're allowed toast and coffee. That's not an item. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
You can have fried bread if you want, but the bread doesn't count. I'm talking sausage, bacon,
egg,
yeah.
beans.
Yeah, 5 items. You think it's easy? Go on then.
Sausage, bacon, egg, beans, hash browns.
Straight like that? You've not given anything else any thought?
Well, I don't really have much else.
Mushrooms.
I don't like them.
Tomatoes.
Don't like it cooked.
How do you like your eggs?
Fried.
Fried?
Or scrambled.
Yeah, exactly. Fried or scrambled. You've got to have it one specific way.
Well, that's next week. We'll take that further.
Yeah. All the best.
Thanks. Enjoy. Have yourselves a lovely
I'm
afternoon.
going to change my tops. I'm covering coffee.
Yeah, we'll clean this up. That was fun. I liked that.